Morning everyone, I am刘昱汝. I am a student of foreign languages and literature, and today I'm going to introduce pillars of trade unions. And I will divide the presentation into 5 parts: definition, function, collective bargaining, bureaucracy, equality, and equity. The first part is definition. What is the definition of trade unions? Trade unions are groups of workers who have banded together to demand better wage and working conditions, as well as a safer working environment. They are extremely important in today's social market economy. This type of voluntary collective labor organization is a fundamental and important component of any civilized country's social and economic system. Trade unions should be regarded as the primary social partners, with the primary responsibility of representing and protecting workers' legitimate rights and interests. Furthermore, national laws appear to affirm the importance of collective labor organization to the economic, political, and social order. The next part is function. The role of trade unions include the first, negotiating improvement in and other non-wage benefits with employers. The second, defending employees' rights and jobs. The third, improving working conditions, for example, better hours of working, health conditions, and safety policies. The fourth, improving pay and other benefits, including holiday entitlement, sick day, and pension. The fifth, encouraging firms to increase workers' participation in business decision making. The sixth, supporting members who have been dismissed unfairly. The seventh, developing skills of union members by providing training and education courses. The eighth, providing social and recreational amenities for their members. The last point is influencing government policy and employment legislation, for example, minimum wages, etc. The next part is collective bargaining. Collective bargaining arrangement's definition is a process of negotiating for union members over pay and working conditions between trade unions and employers. It's known as collective bargaining. Collective bargaining arrangements often takes place to increase wages and other working conditions if inflation erodes the purchasing power of union members and other groups of workers have received wages while union members have not. And the third point, new machines or work practices have been introduced in the workplace, which can make it difficult for union members to do their jobs or may even replace them. The fourth point, the productivity of the workforce of its members increases. The fifth part, the benefits of the employer's organization have increased. And the next part is bureaucracy. In a social society built on generalized commodity production and the division of labor, every institution is subject to the danger of reification and becoming an end in itself. For example, losing its original function and serving only its own preservation. This danger is especially great when within such an institution emerges a social stratum whose material interests are closely linked to the self-preservation of the institution concerned. And this paradox is thus at least partly explained by the process of bureaucratization of the trade union movement, a process closely related to the degeneration of the theory of class struggle into theory and practice of class cooperation. The paradox, however, also has independent ideological roots which correspond to the inner contradictions of pure trade union theory. When the bureaucratic ideology of trade unions began to dictate the changing functioning of trade unions, gradually in the era of late capitalism, an increasingly abstract process of pushing in the same direction became visible. And the last part is equality and equity. Equality and equity in the workplace are the core values of trade unions. Discrimination is not only based on gender but also on class, race, ethnicity, age, gender identity, disability, customary status, migration status, and the crossing of these characteristics still surrounds the world of work, as does gender-based violence and harassment. Progress for women has stalled, and discrimination, harassment, and violence are on the rise again. Trade unions are working towards the full realization of women's rights and protection through collective empowerment and equal representation of women in trade union leadership, through new regulation and enforcement of existing regulation, and through continued accountability, we can end discrimination and harassment. Women, on average, still have 3/4 of the equal protection afforded to men during their tenure, with only 6 countries providing the same rights and protection. These range from being barred from entering same jobs to a lack of equal pay or freedom from their sexual harassment, and they including family law, property rights, and other freedoms or rights. The International Trade Union Confederation (ITUC) is dedicated to the abolition of gender-based violence in the workplace. It serves as a focal point for women to organization in order to achieve legislative and workplace justice. Thank you for listening.